My good man, Mackenzie Rivers. Mac, did you catch your breath after that Sunday night football game, my friend?
Just barely, just barely. What a game. Turned it back on. I had turned it off, 15-point lead, 9 minutes to go. And then something reminded me it's the Ravens. We've seen this before. This is the 10th 10-point lead in the Lamar Jackson, John Harbaugh era, where it didn't go as planned with the fourth quarter loss. We track here at pregame.com the fourth quarter win share, which is just uh, welcome to the podcast, by the way. Great to be here with Munaf. If you missed straight out of Vegas, we're back. Fourth quarter win share did not go far away from your earbuds, but it basically, if you haven't heard it before, tracks how lucky you got in the fourth quarter, or maybe how anti-clutch you are in the fourth quarter if you're
Sure.
in the Ravens situation, because it's hard to say it's a coincidence, but this is why the Ravens were favored on the road at maybe the second best team in football. This is why the Ravens were favored last year in the playoffs because these algorithms look at the stats that you're putting up, look how much you're dominating almost every game you play, and they'll spit out a number. But somehow the Ravens are worse than their amazing statistics because I've never seen anyone run easier than Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, yet they come up with the loss. So, what's going on with John Harbaugh and the Lamar Jackson Ravens? Is this going to happen just every year? Is this just what happens to the Ravens? They're the best team in football that doesn't win.
It just feels like it. It feels like it's rinse and repeat every single season for the Baltimore Ravens and the situations that they're in. Maybe this season they just want to get out of the way early in the first game here, Mac, and then maybe when they do get to the playoffs, and if they do make it to the AFC Championship game, that history doesn't repeat itself. But at least
Yeah.
for the first game, it sure did. And you mentioned it. I turned it off as well. But 15-point lead for the Ravens with about 8 minutes left, and they have the football in their hands. And Derrick Henry gets the fumble. They convert that into a touchdown 4 plays later, 30 yards in a minute and 8 seconds. Baltimore gets a ball back, 3 plays, 7 yards, 32 seconds. Fourth and two, I think they were on their 39-yard line, Mac.
Didn't matter where they were. Didn't
Were you
matter where they
going?
were.
Were
They
you
had to
going
go
for it?
for it.
Yeah, you had.
They had to
I
go
think
for
so.
it. It's
Yeah.
40-40 in the fourth quarter. I mean, you haven't had to stop all night.
Yeah. So they decided to punt the football, and then Josh Allen connects on a few passes, and then he gets the big pass down to Keon Coleman. And then the questionable decision there by Jair Alexander to tackle him. I mean, I would have just obviously let
Yeah.
him score. You have probably had around 45, 40 plus seconds to go down there and at least, either tie the game up or take the lead again, or at least send it into overtime. But Josh Allen,
Well, no, you allowed them a touchdown, then they go up four,
yes,
maybe
you're
they go
right.
for
Right.
two. So it's
Yeah.
going to be they're going to need a touchdown situation, but still, I mean, he's not controlling the Madden controller like we are. Like we're always accustomed looking at the whole game as if we control all the players and all the coaches and can do anything. Thinks probably Jair Alexander about stopping wide receiver routes and getting tackles. Like it's hard to get yourself out of that mindset as a defensive player, but it's not even questionable. It's just a bad decision. Like if the guy's going to score and gift you that chance to win,
Yep.
because as soon as he tackled him, the live line is minus 3,000 bills. Like you have no chance at
Right.
that point. You probably are 4-1 against if you let him score.
Nonetheless, Bills get it done. Both the most exciting game, I should say, at least on Sunday. Um, so yeah. Anything else for Sunday Night Football here, Mac? Before we get to the Sunday slate?
Um, Man, they don't score twice, and I guess I just would say that it's the defense. Like if we're going to actually analyze this from a handicapping perspective, like
Sure.
Lamar Jackson's going to have some questions at the podium. Derrick Henry's going to have questions at the podium, but they scored 40 points. Like the
Yeah.
offense is not, as Kobe used to say, offense is not why they lost. The Ravens defense in all of these 10 fourth quarter blown leads since 2021, or 10-point leads. I think they have eight fourth quarter blown leads, but 10-point leads. I think John Harbaugh now leads since 1991 as most all time since they started tracking this kind of thing. It's always been their defense. And
Yeah.
they get tired. Maybe they go after the quarterback so hard. I mean, Josh, they do have the going against the MVP on the other side, 394 yards, two passing touchdowns, two rushing touchdowns. Um, I don't know. Maybe he drives them too hard in the preseason, but it's too big a data point so early in the season. Like, is this going to be the game of the year? Is this going to be the defining game of the year for both these teams? I think it could be.
Josh Allen now on DraftKings plus 350 to win the MVP this season. Lamar Jackson now sitting at plus 475. And you mentioned it here with the Baltimore Ravens. I mean, they were having a lot of success on the ground, led by Derrick Henry, 18 carries, 169 yards, two touchdowns. Lamar got in there as well, six carries for 70 yards. So both those guys combined 239 yards between those two guys in the backfield, three touchdowns. And Lamar, I mean, at least to his standards, had a pretty good night throwing the football, 14 of 19, 209, and two touchdowns, no interceptions. Zay Flowers, I should say, wide receiver number one, seven receptions, 143 yards, and a touchdown for the Baltimore Ravens. So exactly what you mentioned, that the offense is their job. You had the turnover there by Derrick Henry late, okay, but also, I mean, it's just in like in that second quarter, or sorry, the second half, and more in particular that fourth quarter, they just couldn't stop a nosebleed there. So I mean, we know what the offense can do for the Baltimore Ravens, but I guess as they say, defense does win championships. And I hate to throw the NBA reference in there, but we saw what the Thunder were able to do by having a stellar defense there. So yeah, definitely maybe the early candidate for sure for game of the year.